Hey, I guess I better move the green screen. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Sunday night, February 18th, 2024. The echo was caused by me. The echo should go away. I'll move the green screen in a minute because I actually have to go here in a second. Throw a load of laundry into the dryer. Anyway, welcome into the Zoom homies. Ken Style Live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies with Ken Style Live. We have Darren. Gotta learn to read. Rich, William, Greg, Jose, Jeff, and Sin. Chris, if you're listening, we could hear you. Greg was being Greg, and he said, no, we can't hear you. We could hear you. Loud and clear. BH Ringer was first tonight. I'll see if this is going to work tonight or not. Yep, there it goes. Tony Wallow was second. Greg Guy was third. He says it's not good. Top three's good. That's podium. What more do you want? He had hot smoked sausage, rice pasta, and green beans. That does sound very good. Darren says hi. Rick says good evening. Inde, I don't know how you say the last name. Let's just go with Inde, or is it Inde or Indie? I think it's Indie. Says hello. Ghetto says hello. Long Dog's got a question about OBS that I'm going to get with Sam if he shows up, and also with Jose on, because I've never experienced that issue. Maybe they have. I don't know. We will see. Alex joins us for once, only 4 minutes late tonight. That's not too bad. You guys should be able to say something in YouTube, hear you.
Hello.
Able to say something in YouTube, hear you.
Hello.
Able to say something in YouTube, hear you. Yeah, according to the mixer, you're good, and according to the echo, I heard you're good. Get this silly thing set right. Try that. We have some tentative dates set for our April trip. We did that earlier today. And as long as her schedule doesn't change, we will be leaving here on April 19th and returning somewhere around May 3rd. So as we get closer to those dates, I'll coordinate with the people on the West Coast in Las Vegas and in between as far as a visit goes. Hopefully we can all figure out a way to get together and not show up in Arkansas somewhere. Oh, hey, Alex, when did you get here? I didn't see you there.
If it wasn't for me being here, you would not have said anything about Arkansas.
How much would you like to lose
you.
on? How much would you like to lose on a bet? I mention Arkansas all the time. If you would just show up and support the channel, you would be up to date on these things.
I only have one request.
Put you in the waiting room, right? Coming right
No,
up. I can
no.
do that.
If you do plan on coming to Arkansas, don't make it my surgery. Don't.
It was a bad time.
Yeah, really. He's been here a whopping minute. Taking a little longer than I thought. Well, I honored your request to put you in the waiting room. What were you saying?
That's not what I said. I was saying.
Let's take a vote. How many people heard Alex say, "Put me in the waiting room"?
Yeah.
I
There you go. The ayes have it.
They're all fibbing.
They're not fibbing. When is your surgery in April?
The 27th.
You got nothing to worry about. We're not even leaving California until the 1st of May as it stands right now. Ghetto in chat says I did. Oh, that's funny.
But
that's hilarious, actually.
Why would you go to so you're going from Indiana to California, and then
so far you got it right. We're going from Indiana to California. Keep going, you might figure this out.
And then why would you go from Indiana to California, and then from California to Vegas to Arkansas, and then back to Indiana? I mean,
I will let you look at a map of the United States, and you can answer that question yourself, because I'm sure not going to go Indiana to San Diego, Seaside, Fresno, one of them M cities, back to Indiana, back to Arkansas. So you bring a map up of the United States and figure out why we're going to go Indiana to California, Las Vegas, possibly Arkansas, and then back to Indiana. Meanwhile, I will be right back. The dryer or the washer has stopped. Please, somebody, anybody, except Alex, carry on a conversation.
What about Max? He's on the bed.
Max conversation is fine.
Max. Carry on conversation. See, this is what happens when Ken leaves. We all become silent. And some of us are afraid to say anything because we know we're going to be thrown in the waiting room.
Who would do
Oh.
that?
Yeah. Say what? Say what, Alex? Say what?
You want to go to waiting
Uh.
when he gets back? Okay. We tell him.
Who's afraid? Who's afraid of the waiting room, Alex?
Me.
Okay, go on down. You got to put your meeting in, don't you?
I don't care if y'all put me in the waiting room as long as the person interviewing me Tuesday doesn't put me in the waiting room. If he does, it'll be bad.
You have an interview over Zoom?
Well, Teams, but I'm sure Teams has a waiting room just like Zoom does, or a waiting room feature, something similar.
Why
All
would-
these businesses, a lot of these businesses like to use Teams instead of Zoom because it comes when they buy Microsoft Office 365 for their company. It comes included.
Actually, that would be hilarious if during your interview they, excuse me a moment, Mr. Cheek, and poof, you go off to the waiting room. I would pay money to see that. What's the guy's name?
I'm not saying I don't want you to send in any messages or any phone calls or giving me any hints.
What?
I think
That hurts my feelings. What? You're accusing me of doing something? Oh, it's on now, buddy. I'll find out his name myself. Mm-hmm. Yes, Jose, you were going to say something.
yeah. Let me give a wild guess. His name is Tim.
You got one
That
letter.
would
You
be
got
funny.
one letter correct. You got one letter correct.
Jim?
That
No,
would
you
be.
got one. You got one letter correct. His name starts with T.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that narrows it down. I mean, it could have been an I or an M. Is his middle or is his last name? Give me a minute. I'll think of his last name.
Cruz.
I ain't got it. I can't think of it.
Okay, another wild guess. Tim Thomas.
No.
Gonna make me research this live and unrestricted while we're
Does
streaming,
this
right?
Does this help? Does this help? You would think his last name. You would think it's actually supposed to be his first name, but it
Well, it's got
actually.
one of them odd names. I sure hope he's not watching the stream, because if he is, boy, you ain't helping yourself. Well, we're not helping
It's not
yourself.
It's not an odd name. His name's just in the wrong order.
So he's got a name like Tom James or something like that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Got it. And what's
More
his
like-
position?
I don't know.
His
would
name is
assume-
more like, I don't know. Boy, his mom and dad hated
I
him.
don't know what his position is, but I would assume since he's interviewing me for an IT position, it's something to do with the IT department or
Nah, maybe not. He might be in human resources for that office. You never know. I have to.
It might be 2 people in it.
Yeah,
Someone
I
else
mean,
listening.
it's just hard to say. So, not much going
The
on in
in-
chat right now.
On
so
the
no
email
need to-
he sent, with the link to join the meeting, it actually does have 2 people listed. He does have him and another person listed. So I won't be surprised if I get 2 people on there.
Well, we all wish you the best of luck on it. By the way, in case anyone's wondering about my background tonight, during Fortnite tonight, Doug took a moment out and he said, Ken, I got something for you. Kind of running thoughts through my head as to what that could be. He stops the game, or he took the game off. He brings his camera up full screen. He takes his hat off. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Doug Betts without his hair combed. His words, not mine. Now, if Doug thought I was just going to overlook that pristine opportunity to not do something with it, oh, was he wrong.
Are
I
you
also
actually,
have-
Ken,
You
you
what,
actually
Chris?
play a Fortnite? Are you actually playing Fortnite now?
No, I'm not playing Fortnite. I was
I know you
watching.
mentioned it on the stream last night. You mentioned it. You said
No,
we
I'm not.
played Fortnite.
No.
That
I
night,
played-
y'all-
Yeah,
You
I
meant
don't
Dennis-
play Fortnite. I watched
You meant
Dennis,
Dennis.
Doug, and Ghetto play Fortnite.
I think you
I'm
meant
not
that.
playing Fortnite. Destiny, on the other hand, I'm still playing Destiny. Still helping Rich
Really?
out. Do what?
Really?
Yeah. No, every time you joined Zoom today, we were all, no, we were not playing Destiny. It just looked like we were playing Destiny. Of course, actually, it did look like we were playing Destiny. As we were really struggling. Matthew Kemp says, hello, everyone, and good evening. Hello, Matthew. Hope all is well for you. Are you still in Tennessee? Last I knew, Matthew was in Tennessee. I'm going to go make a quick change to something here. Yeah, it's just kind of a laid back kind of a day, nothing going on. Just running here, running there on the internet. Not really, didn't really get a lot accomplished. I did watch Copper Coins' stream for BH. Was watching it off and on, participating off and on. Then I had to take her to work. That took a little longer than I wanted it to. These things happened. Yep, Matthew says he's still in Tennessee. Good. Good to hear. So, Alex, did you look at the map and have you figured out why we're doing it the way we're doing it? Looking at the map now. Hold on.
If I say yes, will you quit bothering me about it?
No.
No, I didn't, but I know the map of the United States. For goodness sakes, I have one in a frame on my wall that I look at every day.
Okay. Why do you think you live south of the Mississippi then if you've got a map of the United States on your wall that you look at every day? I'm confused.
It's a map
don't
of the
understand.
United. It's a map of all the 50.
That never gets old. I can do that all night
I
long.
want
by
to hear
the
him
way.
explain the map.
I do too. He'll come back. He'll be still explaining the map. He probably doesn't even realize what was that? Yeah, it's a map.
I did realize that too. It's a I don't know if they still do or not, but they used to have these United States maps with spots for quarters. It's a map with about $2 worth of quarters in it because it's got a quarter for every state.
Oh, the quarter map. Yeah, the state quarters. Yeah, I think I seen one of those one
Well,
time.
you didn't answer his question. Why do you think you're south of the Mississippi?
Yeah.
You're saying I'm south of the Mississippi because I don't know how to read a map?
You're not south of the Mississippi.
Yeah, you
keep
actually are
saying
not.
you keep saying I am. I'm east of the Mississippi.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
you're not.
It's either east or west.
Well, okay, 50% chance you know you're not in south. Well, this is not a guessing game. I am never taking direction from you. Well, you might want to go east, but then again, you might want to go west.
You
You are.
might be a little southwest.
Even though me and my mom both have Google Maps on our phones and we both use Google Maps, she hates taking directions from me.
Oh, I wonder why. Go east, no,
The
go
reason
west.
why is because I tell her what the map says when it's giving me directions. It'll say like turn left and 100 and it'll say like turn left and 3/10 of a mile or 4/10 of a mile, and I tell her that she don't know what 3/10 or 4/10 of a mile is. But I can't say turn. I can't wait till we get up to the turn and say turn here because by that time she'll done pass it up.
I'm bad about that. I don't even do nothing no more. We driving in a city or something. She told me not even tell her.
Ken,
But the
Yes, Jeff.
I have to make a correction here. I'm looking at a map of the Mississippi River. Not all the contributors, just the main Mississippi River.
Right.
And Little Rock, and therefore Sheridan, is actually south of the Mississippi River if you look at it up in Minnesota.
I'm looking at a map as well, and it's damn near straight south, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
So he is south and west of the Mississippi.
so therefore I'm
That's what
southwest.
That's what I said. If you look at it,
Well,
Tennessee,
Depends which part of the Mississippi you start from. Closest part, you're west. You look at it in Minnesota, you're south of the Mississippi. So that would encompass where Rick is, at least.
Right, right. And for the most part, you would be considered more west than you would south, but technically you are south and southwest of the Mississippi River.
Actually, I guess no. He's not.
Welcome to
north
the
of
Ken
me.
Style Live with the geography lesson tonight, by the way, boys and girls. There will be a spelling test after the show.
A pop quiz, right?
No, I told you about it, therefore it can't be a pop quiz. A pop quiz is where you walk in, you go, put your books down, put your pencils down, we have a pop quiz, and everybody panics.
Except for me, because I studied.
Yeah, you clearly studied the map of the United States. It's either east or west.
And you
Well,
have
hey.
no co-host, huh?
At least I know.
Taking
at
care
least
of
I-
that, actually. Thank you for
At least I
reminding me.
know. At least I know the state capitals.
You got me there. Oh, shoot,
All
Greg,
right, what's
unmute
the
yourself.
capital? It's in the state, but it's a U.S. possession. What's the capital of Puerto Rico?
Guam.
what's the capital of Washington, D.C.?
There is no capital of Washington, D.C.
There's a capital in Washington, D.C.
because it's not a
That's a
state.
building, but
It's not a state. It's kind of
Jeff, you ruined all my fun.
It's in the middle
I
of
know.
it's in the middle of Maryland and Vermont.
It is a district.
Vermont? Vermont?
I don't think Vermont.
Oh, my gosh. Maryland and Vermont. Are you sure? Now, you got the right letter. I'm going to play your game. You got one of the letters right. Vermont.
Yeah.
Do you know where Vermont is? He's looking at a map, by the way.
Vermont's above New York, so it can't be.
Chris, gosh, you guys are taking all my fun away tonight.
Hi,
Vermont.
Alex, not
Vermont
Chile.
has, Vermont
No.
has pretty good ice cream. That's where Ben and Jerry's is
It
made.
has nothing to do with the capital, and it doesn't have anything to do with Maryland or Washington, D.C. Are you thinking maybe of Virginia?
Maybe. If
How
if
much
you
did
say
it
so.
cost you to go to high school and college? Because you clearly didn't pass your test. Did you slip them 50 cents every time you took a test?
Oh, college, I have no idea. I'd say at least 10, say at least 10 grand. Because I had to repeat algebra a few times, 2-3 times before I passed it.
I'm surprised you didn't have to pass geography 2 or 3 times the way you're talking about
No,
Maryland
no.
and Vermont.
no, my general education classes consisted of psychology, algebra up until college algebra, oral communication, English,
English or English?
English.
Okay.
Not Ken's
Oh.
made up little language.
I don't have a made-up
Oh.
little language. That's you and your cousin in Vermont.
Oh,
And I
Alex.
think-
Alex, or was it street English?
Yeah,
and
there
that's
you go.
and that's pretty much it. That's all of the general education classes I had to take.
Got a Jose question.
Oh boy.
So, not to beat or anything, is what they call Spanglish in common use any place near where you live?
Spanglish?
English.
I mean, a mixture of Spanish and English. I've
Get,
heard the term before.
Ghetto
Check-
Junior
check.
said
Not made up.
Spanglish.
I mean, I've actually heard it. This isn't a Ken Stout thing.
No, I
No.
heard, yeah, I know. But I
Jeff?
appreciate you giving me credit for that.
Yeah, Jeff, don't get smart on me. I know what Spanglish is.
Well, I
Yes.
didn't know if it was common around where you were.
Oh, is it? Oh, man, you're right. It is common around here.
Okay, all right. Because I'm fairly ignorant of that sort of thing. One regret I have, I didn't learn some Spanish. I took French in high school and a year in college, and it helped me to pass one written language test when I was in grad school. But other than that, hadn't been all that useful. Spanish would have been much more useful, I think, than French.
Yeah, I can demonstrate some Spanglish after hours.
All right.
And once again, as English, there's English and there's street English. There's also Spanglish and street Spanglish.
Yep. Well,
Mrs.
probably
Gage says hello
Spanish
to
and street
everybody.
Spanish too, I'm sure. Well, although my
Tony.
ex-son-in-law is Cuban,
What about Spain?
and their Spanish is not quite the same as Spanish from Mexico.
Yeah.
Dialect differences, but they understand each other. But
If you check out the live stream now, we got all the languages covered with Tony Wallow's comment of COO. That's all you need to know. That'll get you anything and everything you need to know in the world right there.
What about Spain Grish?
Spam grits? What was that, Chris?
Spain Grish. You know, like
probably a
English,
Ken Stout
Spain
thing.
Yeah, probably. I did have some very good grits for brunch today. Mrs. K cooked a really good
I
brunch.
didn't say grits.
Oh, well, I don't have my hearing aids in, so
I said kiss my grits.
is that what it was? All right.
That's Flo from that one TV show. I can't remember.
Alex.
Mel's Diner, wasn't it?
Yeah. That wasn't the show name, but they were
Alex.
diner, yeah.
Alice's Restaurant? What was the name of the show?
Alex.
Alice.
Alice?
Hmm.
Alex or Alice? Oh, it's
Alice.
one and the same. It doesn't matter.
I open my window and I smell marijuana.
Oh, Chris, you need to go further outside before you do that. Your mom's going to catch a whiff of that.
Oh, my neighbor's probably.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, you do. You got a breeze tonight?
Yeah.
Think so.
Just as long as they're not putting it in their brownies and then eating a whole
Well, it's-
handful.
That
It's
sounds
not
like that
regular.
sounds like the voice of experience. Has that ever happened to you, Mr. Cheek?
Eating marijuana.
No, it has
It's
not.
not regularly, but when I go in my backyard, if the neighbors cross the wall in the back or having guests or something, we can usually smell a little marriage,
Right.
a hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of want to take it back a little bit to one of our topics. Hi, Alex. Quick thinking, Alex. State capital of California.
Do what? Are you telling me you don't want me to come to California?
No, he's asking you what is the state capital of California?
Hey, not cheating, by the way.
It's a pop quiz. It's a quick. You got to answer. You have 3.
He's looking it up.
I know he is.
No, I'm not.
I think,
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Put your Jeopardy
we
music.
see the little whiffs of smoke coming out your ears.
I
This
can
isn't
tell you right
Jeopardy.
off-
You don't have 30 seconds.
I can tell you right off right now.
Ken,
And your guess
what's-
is what, Alex?
I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say.
I have no clue what you're going to say. Well, hopefully it's a city in the state of California. Let's go with that. With you, though, it could be in Vermont. Who knows? Wintermute got it right, but don't look at the chat to get it. I'll give you a hint. What is my last name?
Stout.
It has one of those letters is correct. That's going to be the topic of the night, by the way.
Well, I was going to say Modesto, but
Don't they have a scrotum somewhere in California?
Yeah, really.
So he's
Any
right.
guess,
It's-
Alex?
it's
I want to end the
Modesto.
show. Come on, any guess?
Modesto.
Wait, stop. Hang on. Spell my last name for me, please.
Stout.
Where in there? What are you taking the O in Modesto? Oh, speaking of this, I need an answer to this. We seen a license plate the other day, a personalized license plate. MFUMU space PA. If it's what we might think it is, do not say it over the air. Wait until the stream ends and we'll discuss it afterwards. I have not Googled it. I will tell you what I was told it meant, and I had a cow. So if you know what that is, MFUMU space PA. One more guess, Alex. I'm feeling generous tonight.
Fresno.
You're just stuck on the letter O, aren't you?
He's got a lifeline. He can call Princess.
I'll call Doug. I'll call
Yeah, there
Doug
you
and
go.
ask. Doug knows.
Sony. Oh, mercy. Hello, Sam. Goodbye,
I
Sam.
do.
goodbye,
Give me an
Sam.
easy- give
Thanks
me
for
an easy
joining.
one. Give me an easy one. Ask me what the capital of New York or
That is an
Vermont
easy
is.
one. California is very easy.
Okay, fine. Alex, fine. State capital of Washington.
Olympia. Olympia, Washington.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Would you like to phone a friend?
No.
Do you know how to spell Olivia Washington?
I said Olympia, not Olivia.
Ozempic? What?
Olympia. Like the Olympic
Now,
the Olympics.
I didn't know they had the Olympics. I thought it was the Olympics, but okay, the Olympics. That must be in Arkansas, southwest of the Mississippi. Oh, in your case, southeast of the Mississippi.
Am I right or not? That's what matters.
Well, are you right? If you have to second guess yourself, while you're thinking of that, I do want to put out a disclosure that we are not picking on Alex. We are just playing to his sense of humor, and he plays along most of the time, which is good. We're not being mean to him by any means. If he were to happen to end up in the waiting room before we leave, that's not being mean either. That's a long running standing thing that usually happens for some just out of, he'll start to speak. Alex, can you hear me?
I'm not going.
See, he starts to speak and it's his microphone, it's his soundbar. We have no idea. We've tried to help him. Doug Betts has tried to help him. I hear rumor he reached out to Kerry Holzman for help, but that could strictly be a rumor. We're not picking on him, though. Same thing with Ghetto. You're not what?
I tried to tell you I wasn't going to speak, but I couldn't tell you I wasn't going to speak without speaking.
You actually could.
Oh my gosh, Olympia. Yeah, there was a brand of beer called Olympia, wasn't there? I do remember that. All right, I'm going to wrap the show up. It is 10:32, so this is enough of this tonight. It's been fun. Alex, I really want you to send me an email explaining how Maryland and Vermont are related to DC. I just lay off the brownies, my friend. Lay off the brownies. Thank you, everyone, that's being here. I'm going to call just a general good night to everyone. If you want to join us on the Zoom panel, case.z00m@gmail.com. Would love to have you on here, and we might question you about state capitals as well. I almost hit the end button to kill Zoom, but then I realized that's not how I do this. I do it over here.